Here's how this works. Water, salt, and pepper, those are freebies. Your pantry, it better have flour, oil, vinegar, mustard, and garlic. Beyond that, you'll only need 5 more ingredients and 25 minutes to put an entree or entire meal on the table. So, shop, set the clock, and let's dish out. Our 5 ingredients for this episode are some skirt steak, about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds, 2 poblano peppers, 1 lime, 2 to 3 ears of corn, and a bunch of cilantro. As always, the ingredients and directions will be on the website and in the description below. Begin by cutting your skirt steak into 2 to 3 manageable pieces. Makes cooking easier. Give it a very generous seasoning with some salt. Now, set that aside and let's turn to our salsa, or salsas. You'll see in a minute. Take the stem end off of your poblanos, twist out the core, and go ahead and slice it down the middle. Open it up like a book and remove any extraneous seeds and ribs. Get a cast iron skillet ripping hot and add a tablespoon of olive oil, from the pantry of course, and press your poblanos flesh side up into the pan. Cook them for 3 to 4 minutes until that skin side is nicely browned. Give them a flip and cook them for 3 to 4 minutes more until they are just soft and tender. Now, in that same skillet, add your ears of corn and go ahead and brown those on 2 to 3 sides. It's going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. Once that's done, add about 1/4 cup of water to the skillet over medium heat, lid or foil it up, and let those cook for an additional 4 to 5 minutes until they are soft and tender. Once they are cooked, go ahead and cut the kernels off of the cob. We're going to be making 2 salsas today because when you're only using a few ingredients, you want to use them in as many ways as possible. So for salsa number 1, finely chop 1 of your poblanos. Chop up 1 or 2 tablespoons of fresh cilantro, or parsley if you're not a cilantro fan, and get that into a bowl with half of your corn. That's salsa number 1. Number 2 begins, with poblanos. Go ahead and just roughly chop them. Add that second poblano to a blender. Add the other half of your corn. A nice handful of cilantro leaves and stems. A squeeze of lime juice, about 1/4 of a lime I would say. Season that with some salt and pepper. And then we are going to blend this up so it's more of a puree. Once it's, as I like to say, chunky smooth, add just a drizzle, maybe a tablespoon of olive oil, give it one final blend, and now we turn to our steak. Over medium-high heat, give those 4 to 5 minutes on the first side until you've got a nice golden brown crust. Go ahead and give them a flip and cook for another 4 to 5 minutes until they reach an internal temperature of 130 to 135 degrees. Make sure you set your smoke alarm off in the process. Now I'm plating this up alongside some fries, but you do whatever you like. I'm going to put a layer of that nice smooth salsa down on the plate first, and then the meat fibers or grain of the meat runs this direction, so we are going to cut against that. The skirt steak can be tough, but not if you cook it medium to medium rare and slice it against the grain. Once that's sliced up, get it onto the plate over that chunky smooth salsa, and bring on salsa number 2, or was it number 1? I can't remember, but spoonful or 2 of that goes down, another squeeze of lime juice, maybe a couple of leaves of cilantro for garnish, and there's your lunch, or dinner, or post-workout snack. This rich, unctuous beef is complemented perfectly by that acidic lime juice, the sweetness from the corn, smoky earthiness from that poblano. It's a really delightful bite of food, as I always say, so I hope you'll give it a try. Get out of here, have a wonderful week, and go make something delicious.